Ooh, not a whole lot to talk about today. Well, I mean, that remains to be seen. Alright, we're going over Kamen Rider Zero One episode 6, Ryusoulger episode 29, and Beast Morphers episode 13. And let's get Unlucky 13 out of the way first with Beast Morphers. It's just a standard filler episode. I mean, we thought it was going to be something contributing to the whole Evox deciding who gets the upgrade scheme, but yeah, no, it just gets shot down by the end of the episode. Yeah, the episode this time focuses on on Ravi, who's teaching a little kid martial arts when he got picked on by some bullies for playing a tuba. Just that's kind of pretty much it. While Ravi also dealing with his secret hobby about his drawing, and him being Mr. Super Serious, super professional, he figures that his drawing is getting in the way of his ranger duties. But hey, everybody needs a hobby. Everybody needs a little bit of an outlet. Otherwise, they just go nuts. So yeah, when the kid throws his rather comically stuffs his tuba into the garbage can. Roxy shows up and turns it into the turns it into a tubatron, which, she just basically uses it to go and cause chaos. And when she thought that she was going to get Devin's cheetah data, it turns out he accidentally hit the transceiver. So yeah, she's back to square one on that one. Again, just nothing more than a pointless filler episode. So. Meh. Alright, moving on to main meat here with Zero One episode 6. Yeah, a little tiny bit that I forgot to mention at the beginning of back with episode 5 is that basically there's with certain human gears you can actually customize their appearances to look like anybody that you want. And one of those, one person who bought his own custom human gear actually designed her to look like his dead daughter, who was a voice actress, and she was apparently dead for about 3 years. And this is basically just him trying to, it basically is just trying to pretend that she's still alive, and it's honestly pretty sad. But yeah, when you can customize human gears, naturally, you want to make sure that there are some laws in place so that people don't, obviously, if you can order a human gear to look and act exactly like somebody else, there's going to be some laws in place to prevent major cases of identity theft. And yeah, this is such an instance. Yeah, Isubu shows up to basically destroy the daughter human gear because you can't go and create a custom human gear that looks exactly like a living person without express consent. And since the person in question has been dead for 3 years, that's a bit of a no-no. But this is where Isubu completely jumps the rails from understandable asshole to just plain old-fashioned asshole. He finds out that this guy has basically just trying desperately to recreate his daughter, just to try and not even to move on, just trapped in his delusions. And his first thought was, I don't care, I'm gonna blow this fucking human gear right in front of your stupid face, and then I'm gonna take your ass to jail. And, Aruto is thankfully there to just go, just this close from just smacking the ever-loving crap out of him for him being a complete utter dick. The dude is clearly delusional and trying desperately to hold on to what's left of his daughter, and your first thought is to just blow it up in front of his face and arrest him just because it's illegal? I mean, context is key there, pal. And he doesn't even care about whether the guy was breaking the law or not. He just wants another excuse to blow up another human gear. But the guy is fully aware that what he did was illegal, and he's more than willing to go and face the music. It's just that he wants the daughter human gear to basically just pass this one audition or get this one role or something like that, so that he can, basically just as a bit of an epitaph for his daughter. And that's when Jin shows up, and he's still trying to get himself a progrise key. And speaking of Jin, remember last episode when Hirobi said that he was his father? It actually, to borrow a certain line from Star Wars, what he's saying is true from a certain point of view. Yeah, it actually turns out that Jin is a custom human gear that Horobi designed. And apparently Horobi definitely knows his programming since, yeah, aside from his giggling megalomania, Jin was pretty indistinguishable from a normal human since, well, he doesn't have the human gear headset ear thingies. Yeah, just yeah, everybody just assumed that he was a human, but no, Jin is actually, well, technically Horobi's son basically Horobi is his creator. And, well, this gets Jin starting to question things, especially when the guy is trying so desperately to protect his daughter from being turned into a Magyar when Jin gets one of those Zetsu risers there. Yeah, he sees the guy protecting his daughter Humagear, and he's just like, why is he doing this? Didn't Horobi say that children are supposed to just look after... children are strong enough to look after themselves? Why is this guy so determined to protect her? And yeah, this gets Aruto mad since, well, then again, this was before we learned that Jin's a Humagear, so doesn't really know all that much about familial relations, especially considering the guy he's been hanging around with. And yeah, when Jin starts questioning this, well, that's yeah, Horobi is just like, okay, you know what? You could go get yourself a progress key. I'll give you full consent. And well, yeah, during one, yeah, before this, Jin managed to turn taxi driver Humagear into another Batmagear. And yeah, in the kerfuffle, he manages to go and steal the Falcon progress key from Aruto. So yeah, Aruto's out of progress key, and Jin has it, but he has no means to transform. And well, he tries to stage it. During the conflict, the daughter Humagear gets her headset damaged, which starts to, well. Apparently, the guy who custom ordered her based her off of his daughter's actual brainwaves, is because she keeps calling him Papa, and that starts to have the guy break down a little bit because, yeah, basically he's just hearing his daughter's last words repeated through a simulacrum, and it's just all started to collapse in on himself at once, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is just sad. I mean, not sad in like a, oh my god, why? But it's just like, oh man. I mean, again, Zero One starting to improve. Definitely, well, it's definitely a step up from ZO. Never mind. That's pretty much a given. But yeah, it's starting to get its heart and soul back. Instead of just running from let's say random battle to random battle to random battle. Yeah, just gives us little mini character arcs. But yeah, during the audition, the daughter Humagear has a breakdown again and starts reverting back to the daughter's programming, the daughter's thought patterns, which is when Jin goes and slaps the Zetsu Riser on her and turns her into a frog monster. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first time in Kamen Rider where we see a frog monster. Again, I could be very, very wrong. There could have been a frog monster back in the Showa era or whatever, but yeah, as far as I can remember, we don't actually see one based off of a monster based off of a frog or a toad or anything like that. But yeah. And this is when we learned that Jin is a Humagear by Horobi slapping on a Zetsu Force Riser on him, which basically reprograms him just like the Humagears have. Basically turning him into Horobi's mindless servant, and gives him the Hawk Progress Key, which he uses to transform into Kamen Rider Jin. So yes, Metsubo Jinrai has the Falcon Humagear, has the Falcon Progress Key in their possession, and Kamen Rider Jin is an absolute beast. Since he can fly, he automatically has an advantage against, well, pretty much everyone, except for Izu. Except for Yaiba, who gets herself a new progress key thanks to her mysterious benefactor, which is a hornet. And yeah, since it's based off of a bee, she can fly and has electric attacks. Lightning. It's the lightning hornet. Yeah. So yeah, she'll basically be the only one who could take on Jin when he's in the air. But she at least gets to finish off the Frog Magyar. And yeah, pretty much everything's resolved. Jin is although it looks like Jin still retains his personality, he's just more more subservient to Hirobi now. Again, I'm not really sure how the relationship's going to shape up. Again, it's pretty clear Hirobi sees Jin as only a tool in every sense of the word. And yeah, basically just like, look, as long as you... just shut up and do what Daddy tells you, and you'll be fine. Father of the Year, folks. Alright, moving on to Ryusoulger episode 29, where, yeah, it turns out that, where Nada is actually evil. Yeah, as if his previous actions in the last previous episodes and jealousy of Ko wasn't clear enough. Yeah, he goes and gives Canelo some very horrible advice to go and cripple the Ryusoulgers. Yeah, see, Canelo is once again on a wife hunt, and he finds a girl who is just as much of much of an environmentalist nut as he is, and she's really into him. It's just that she goes and says that she doesn't want her husband or boyfriend or whatever to get involved in anything dangerous, which means no fighting. I mean, she later retracts that, and she's like, yeah, no, that was just unreasonable of me, but Canelo, being a the rock stupid horny asshole that he is, takes that to heart, and yeah, Nada tells him to go along with it. Yeah, and knowing that that would deprive the Ryusoulgers of their sixth ranger, basically leaving them at the mercy of the Druidons. Oh yeah, and the Minosaur this time was birthed from a kid's thrown away dinosaur toy that was accidentally thrown out, and since the dinosaur toy thinks that the kid threw him out, it was thrown out intentionally. That allowed Creon to create a house Minosaur that is able to not only devour trash around it, but is also able to release poisonous gas whenever he's struck by an attack. Basically, this is a rehash of Bought a Skunk from Old Ranger, just thankfully minus the toilet humor. And yeah, no, they don't say that the Minosaur's releasing the noxious the poisonous gas by farting or anything like that. No, it gets damage dealt to it and unleashes. It spews out poison gas based on how much garbage it's consumed. And yeah, Gachilius is using this Minosaur to create a massive ball of poisonous gas that will he's pretty much using not pretty much. His plan is to kill everyone using poisonous gas. Yeah, and yeah, the Ryusoulgers can't destroy the Minosaur without releasing more poisonous gas. So yeah, they're kind of screwed. And yeah, through a little investigation, they learn about it turns out that the dinosaur toy is actually stuck inside the core of the Minosaur. As we've seen that, this is a scene from previous incidents that human hosts can sometimes be bonded to their Minosaur. So yeah, they learned what exactly caused the dinosaur toy to give birth to the Minosaur, and which was basically apparently built up regret for perfectly usable items that were thrown out as garbage. So they basically go and remove all the still good stuff, all the usable goods from the Minosaur to weaken it, and basically they give they managed to remove the dinosaur toy from the Minosaur, destroying it. And Canelo, after he finally decided to break up with the girl, he uses uses Shadow Raptor's black hole powers to absorb all the poisonous gas before it could be it could cause any major damage. So yeah, that's Gachilius' plan down the toilet. And Canelo's back to square one for finding a girlfriend, and the kid gets his dinosaur toy back. And also, it turns out that that Nada is actually possessed by the Geysorg armor. During the whole scuffle, Ko, Asuna, and Melto went off to deal with the Minosaur, while Bamba and Toa were held up by Geysorg, and they managed to knock the helmet off, revealing that Nada is the one wearing the helmet. And yeah, we're probably going to learn next episode whether Nada was driven insane from the armor, or whether the Geysorg armor is drawing out Nada's jealousy, or this is just all him, and he's just getting control of the armor and using it well, again, we'll see the relationship dynamic between him and the armor next time. Alright, so, Beast Morphers filler, Zero One, establishing Kamen Rider Jin, and Ryusoulger, we've established that Nada's the one wearing the Geysorg armor and is the one intentionally making the bad calls. Probably out of hate, out of jealousy for Cole being chosen as the Red Ryusoulger by Master Red. Sounds about right. Alright, at least now we're getting a little bit more to talk about. Something new to talk about. Alright, well, see you later.